All right, I believe we are live streaming. Let me triple check. Yeah, it looks like we are. Okay. Dropping a quick message on Slack as well. Okay, cool. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the AsyncAPI Community Working Group. It's been 4 weeks. Yeah. It's been 4 weeks since we last had a community working group meeting. I'm your host, your favorite host. If you don't know me, I don't know who you know. Yeah, it's good to be back. We are still wearing jackets, even though it's spring, which is quite interesting. But anyways, I'm not alone today. I've got Mr. Golds. Those who know him as Anton. Hi, Anton. How are you doing?
Everyone, I'm fine, thank you.
Awesome. And we've got Bami as well on the call. Hi, Bami. How are you doing?
Good.
Awesome. And I haven't seen, we got the bald guy, the Polish bald guy. Hi, Lucas.
Random Polish bald guy. Hey,
Oh, the random one. Awesome. All right. Thank you so much for joining in. Um, Let me quickly check. We still have 2 more minutes to start. Um, Anyways, how is everything going, everybody? How was your holidays, if you're on holidays?
too short.
Okay,
Yeah, exactly.
that's that's interesting. Awesome. All right, for those who are new or watching the community working group for the first time, so this is a meeting that we usually have every 2 weeks. Excuse me. That we have every 2 weeks. So generally, it's highlighting some of the work that the community builders as Async API are doing. So basically, some of the initiatives that are being led, giving updates on what's happening in the community and the major working groups in the community. So yeah, that is majorly what the working group is, the community working group does every 2 weeks of each month. So it's twice every month, I guess, if I'm correct. All right. It's 5 past. If you know me, I'm always punctual on time. So yeah, I'll be sharing the agenda. Please give me a thumbs up if you can see it. All right, awesome. Okay, cool. All right, as usual, we'll be starting with updates from the conference coordination working group. Um, So if you are in London, as you know, London is happening in 2 weeks, in less than 2 weeks. I'm just checking the calendar. So we have free tickets. Please make sure you get your tickets before they are sold out. Last year, I know a few people didn't get tickets to London, so don't wait until the last minute. Please make sure you get your tickets in time. The agenda is already live on the conference website. You get to see what time the Async API track is happening. We have amazing speakers and experts that will be sharing details how they're using Async API. So make sure you do stop by on the 24th of September. But from the 22nd, we will be there. I think the API standards booth will be there. Lucas, any updates on that?
Yes, it's gonna be there. So far, we have confirmation that Ian Cooper will help at the booth. Dale Lane,
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Daniel Kokot. There will also be Frank from OpenAPI as usual. I'm still checking with Ugo, but I mean, he was close to I mean, he had to just confirm if he's gonna be there. I hope he's gonna be there. So yeah, and Dale agreed to receive a package with Swags. So like almost everything is ready. Once I have confirmation from Ugo, then I'm gonna work with the folks to set up a
Schedule.
a schedule for the booth duty. We're also waiting with confirmation from Bami on the visa thing because Bami is also like the plan is that Bami will be there. But yeah, we know how unfortunately visas work in this world. And what else? Yeah, we're gonna share the booth with Drupal community. So looks like we made some move in the API community, like by being represented as API standards on many conferences so far already. Looks like other communities also want to be represented, so we're gonna have a table shared with as far as I know, it's not Drupal in general, but a special working group that is responsible for like an AI introduction in Drupal from the perspective of dev portal, like
Okay.
developer portals built on Drupal. So yeah, more people to network with.
All right, that's amazing. I know I've met a few Drupal community members at Open Source Week, so it'll be interesting to see APIs and AIs in one booth. So it's gonna be interesting. All right, thank you so much, Lucas. So second update is the Async API Bangalore updates. So far, I haven't received any updates from the organizers as yet. I know we planned to have more speakers, so I know most speakers have reached out to ask like if there's any updates, if we are gonna include them in the agenda, of which so far I haven't heard nothing. I know maybe the panic came from the draft agenda. So far there is still a lot of planning. If you go on the agenda, you can see that on day 2 there is literally nothing. So please be sure I'll give updates after maybe this week, the end of this week or next week. Once I receive any confirmation on the final agenda. But for now, please don't panic. I'm sure that agenda is just provisional, it's still a draft. So there's still more space to accommodate. Once a decision has been made, I will definitely send emails and give updates as well to the community. Other than that, yes, we will coming to Bangalore on the 8th and the 9th of October. We still have some speakers selected. Yeah, but these are not the final speakers as well. So more details. I hopefully by next week I'll have more concrete details and see how it's looking like. All right, that is all for Bengaluru. The next item that I have is the Async API Conference 2026 discussion. I'm gonna quickly share the link to this discussion. So we put out I put out a few proposals on things that we need to improve next year. I know still working behind the scenes on a few items that are still pending on what we should do as well. But yeah, in the meantime, please feel free to also share your thoughts, go through the agenda, share your thoughts on what we can improve. Yeah, some changes are coming hopefully next year. But for now, we are still like planting the seeds to see if what I have in mind, what we have in mind is gonna work or not. So definitely just know that there'll be some changes that will come next week for that will improve actually the conference experience than what we're currently having. So it's not all bad, but yeah, we are working behind the scenes. Once that is done, or once we have some concrete ideas or answers or improvements, we'll definitely update the discussion as well. All right. So that is all currently on the conference planning for 2026. Then the Async API online conference. So currently I was viewing and testing some of the banners, templates that have been done by the contributors. Maya is doing an amazing job in reviewing the current designs, and I've been testing them. So far we are now at a better position. I did do some outreach last week. I know a lot of people have been on holiday, so they might have missed the deadline, of which we'll be extending this until the 28th of September. And shout out to the mentors also who pushed some of their mentees to submit their proposals. I'm sure Lucas is proud because Adi did also submit a proposal. So I guess pinging the mentors did some good. So we still have two mentees actually presenting on this year's conference. So I'm extending the deadline until the 28th, but in the meantime, I'll be reaching out to speakers next week who have submitted already to start preparing their recordings in time and some instructions on what they need to do and the format, how they need to record, and also like the slides if they want to use the Async API slides. But yeah, you still have 2 more weeks to submit if you didn't get a chance due to holidays. So please make sure you submit your proposals. The online conference is one of my favorite conferences of all time. Maybe because everything for me started on the online conference, so that's why I advocated so much. So please make sure you submit. And also I'll be meeting Maya, who's currently leading like the conference, also the online conference planning, to see how we can put together like this volunteer squad and how we can also improve the experience as well. So yeah, that's majorly on the online conference. So please be sure to submit. We want to hear your stories. We want to hear from each and everybody. And especially if you didn't get a chance to speak this year, this is your opportunity to do so. So yeah, looking forward to receiving those submissions. Oh, and one thing, when you press submit, definitely I will have received the submission will have been submitted. Unfortunately, we don't have like an automated email to say we have received, but if you're unsure, feel free to also reach out to me just to double check if the submission went through, but definitely it will have gone through. So yeah, that is one major update for the online conference. And finally, the conference Paris. So I had a meeting with the folks from API Days. So yeah, the date for I think API track will be on the 11th of December. It will be a full day as well, from 9 a.m. until 5:30 p.m. So that's where the trek is happening. And also they've confirmed that API standards booth, there's space for the API standards booth. So I guess also once the CFP closes, we will have to start planning as well. And also tickets as well. We plan that we should get tickets by the end of this month, the end of September. So more details will be coming once we close CFP. So yeah, that is all in regards to conference planning. I don't know if I might have left out or are there any questions?
Yeah, just sharing my experience. When you said that it's good that you pinged mentors, and I agree. Like when you ping directly someone, then this person will ping someone else directly, and then it's gonna work. Like it's another example that generic messages are usually going into the void. Direct messages always work. It's the same with the tickets. So for example, with free tickets, Async API free tickets for London. Today I said like, I'm gonna test it. And on LinkedIn, I dropped a message like, hey, I have free tickets for Async API and API days. And all suddenly I started getting requests for ticket. Even though we have it on the website, we have it posted from official account, etc. When I wrote it personally, that worked. When I wrote to Ian Cooper personally, he was like, oh yeah, you have free tickets. And by the way, API Day is awesome. Like I was there last year. I'm gonna be there. So I think we need to work on a startup where the the tool remembers your connections, and then when you have something to give, it in your name writes private messages to like these hundreds of people, and
Mm-hmm.
then everything works and life is perfect.
Yeah, it's actually gonna be easy if we all remember it because I remember last minute, like, okay, I don't see anybody submitting, then that's when I directly pinged everybody. But yeah, what you're saying is true. Like most of the agenda, people don't submit unless I just directly say, hey, I know you are in this location, come and submit. So yeah, I know what you mean. So thank you so much, Lucas. So yeah, that's how conference planning goes behind the scenes. It's not as easy as you might think. So yeah, we just have to do like direct pinging so that at least people submit or react to any news, unlike general announcements. All right, that will be all for conference coordination. Jumping on to community updates, general community updates. So the first one is the Async API docs calls. So if you have seen like on the docs channel, I dropped a message. So we have been discussing actually for a while with Anton. I'm like, yeah, it's time that with the work that we're doing, I think we do need to have some calls. Maybe for now we can start with the monthly call. So yeah, I put out a proposal and a poll on the time that people are available. So please make sure you go to the docs channel. I wish I had the link actually. Let me see if I can get it. Um, okay, I can't seem to get the link. I can't find it. You know when you want something and you can't find it. Okay, got it. Um, Oh, thank you, Anton. I was about to share it. Okay, so please make sure to join the Docs channel and share your thoughts if you would like to join the Docs calls on what time works for you. So the main agenda will be to discuss like the docs, async API docs, what we are missing, what we need to work on, and also get more contributors involved in the work. And also, the major thing is also to contribute to one of the community goals, which is maintainership. So we need more maintainers, more docs maintainers. And I think API docs are as equally important as to the code. And with that being said, if you have read the community updates, you will know what I'm talking about actually. I did share a docs update also on the metrics and how our Sync API docs are doing and how they are contributing to the Async API ecosystem. So as you can see, docs are really important. So make sure you also give the community update a read and also come and contribute to docs as well. Yeah. And with the maintainership coming up as well, we'll need to start planning early. So yeah, be sure to join us as well. And final update that I have on the community update is the Bounty Q4 issue submission. So if you're a maintainer at Async API, you have some issues that you don't have time to work on or are complex, please make sure you submit your issues before the deadline on the 14th of September. I don't know why I say 114 as if a month ends in 30 days. So please make sure you submit it before the deadline. That is on the 14th, which is Sunday. All right. That'll be all from community side of things. I don't think I might have left out anything. Mm, any questions, thoughts before we move on?
Yes. So I'm actually working on slides for my conference presentation that I'm gonna give next Friday. It's gonna be
Mm-hmm.
at the Technical Writers Conference in Krakow,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna talk about technical writers' role in open source. And I was thinking I already have a slide, but done in my design, which means
Mm-hmm.
pretty basic. But I plan just to basically have a slide where I share the Slack invite, the channel name, and yours
Mm-hmm.
and Anton's profiles names, so they know who's leading the efforts. If you have anything else you think I should share, then just let me know.
Mm-hmm. I think maybe success story. I mean, for instance, like with Anton, right? I'm always love to say like with Anton from being contributor to mentor and finally being a maintainer. I think it's quite important. I don't know if Anton is willing to have that story shared as well, but I think it will be important like to really understand how really this is contributing to open source.
Mhm. Yeah, actually very good. Like the same with you. You started with Google Season of Docs. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
damn it. Yeah, okay, thank you. Good.
Awesome. Yeah, bring me some cake when you come back. Yeah. All right. Off to the marketing updates. Bami, over to you.
Okay, hello everyone. Some marketing updates. Most of them are around the coming conferences that we have. And for the London, we have started the save the date momentum. We finished posting all the speakers last week, all the speakers that we have for London. And so we are just pushing the tickets. And yeah, as Lucas mentioned, probably some personal messages will do more than the public ones we are posting. But yeah, we're still posting like the reminders for the tickets and also just general momentum for it. And then the Bengaluru, like I said, I am still waiting for updates, which I'll be waiting next week now, especially from the speakers end to start promoting the speakers. But we don't have that till next week. And next is the Paris conference. And majorly still like pushing the CFP for folks to make submission. And the next conference is the online. I actually thought it would have closed last week, Friday, but I noticed that the link was still active today. I asked, but Tia has given in our update that it's going to be on the till 28th of September. So I'm going to like um change the campaign for that to extend the CFP campaign for another 2 to 3 weeks. So yeah, that is what is currently ongoing for the upcoming conferences. The 2026 US conference as well is still currently ongoing for the CFP submission as well. So that's for all of the conference marketing. Next is the webinar progress. I'm also like running a campaign for the webinar for the whole month of September. We started last week, and our speaker is right here. Lucas is going to be our first speaker, and the date is September 30th. And yeah, we're still pushing out again to build momentum for it and to get people to join. There's no registration for this one because we have not finalized our proper platform that we want to use for registration. So we're still going to be using the YouTube Live. So there's no registration, so no tracking of folks that are registered. But yeah, we are just going to continue building the momentum for it for the next couple of weeks before the event. For Timon's session, which is happening next month, the second week of October. His own campaign will start the end of this week that we are in, to also be like another 1 month momentum before this session. However, I am hoping that we have like a platform that we can use for registration so we can track how people are registering for that session that's gonna happen next month. So fingers crossed. And that being said, that will take me to the proposed RSVP platform that we have been talking about. I'm sorry, I did not have the link here, but majorly I had a call with Lucas, and we just because during our community call 4 weeks ago, there were conversations around having one platform that can do majorly everything, including the mentorship program. But then we are supposed to use now I forgot I always forget the name. The one Tuli was talking about that will start using from next year. I thought I wrote it down. I've forgotten.
Convention.
Yes, conf engine. So I'm hoping that the conf engine would be good for all of our conferences, and we would not need to use this one that I want to get for webinar for any other conference. It would just be like for webinar alone. I mean, that's the conclusion we came to while I was talking to Lucas. So yeah, that is something that is like an update on that proposed RSVP. We're just going to look for something that can work for just the webinar, and then we can use the conf engine for all the other conferences that we'll be having moving forward. Yeah. Now there's keynotes presentation that I said I want to like just update and remove some things. Yes, that has been done. Although I had a blocker, especially today, I was really fighting with the Linux page. I don't know, nothing was coming out, but every other thing, our latest sponsors and the new, let me just share that link here. The latest sponsors and every other thing that is new has been added there, except for like 2 pages that I'm struggling with, which is like the health issues, health, and the contributors board. That's just the two that I'm still trying to get, but the rest I have like updated it to the recent numbers that we have, especially our sponsors, our open collective budgets, and yeah, every other thing, while still maintaining other other info that we want to share with the audience. So majorly that is that. I mean, if there's any of the updates, I'm going to be sharing this on Slack so everyone can go through it. But the little block I'm having with some of the lines there. That's why I've not shared it yet. And then, yes, is there any question before I on?
I see you stopped because you saw me unmuted, but you continue to.
Do you mind like updating like the discussions, for instance, the webinar progress discussion, and also sharing it for wider reach? I know there might be people who don't know that this discussion is happening.
So sorry, say that again. Do I mind
I'm saying that
updating the webinar?
sorry.
we are overlapping. So hang on.
No, I'm saying like, do you mind like not the webinar, the RSVP discussion? Do you mind updating like the whole discussion and also sharing like on Slack so that more people can see what we are speaking about? I'm trying to look for also the link as well.
Okay, I think I have it on. All right, cool. Mm, okay, share. All right, I'm going to do that. For the RSVP, I didn't create an issue for the keynote, so I think I can do that as well. All right, so the next one is the Q2 reports. I got all the I tagged everyone those. And I got some feedback from Lucas that I am implementing. It's taking longer than expected. Spent the whole day yesterday and like last week. But yes, I'm trying to implement all of the changes, all of the reviews that I got, and it's still open for more reviews. Anyone, please can just go on. I'm going to also um also yeah, okay. So it's still open for review. And yeah, I have some content in the PR, like Maya's story. However, today I think Maya dropped um another review. It has been reviewed since like 2 months ago, and it was good to go. I just told um the maintainer to hold on a little bit before posting. But then I gave him Samba. I gave him the go ahead to do that since last week, but he seems to be waiting for another review. So I think we will now start the review all over again. I don't know. So that will bring me to ask if the bulk creating the content is actually like way to go, if I will still have to do another review, and that will take about a week or two when it's time to post it. Because the issue has been, I mean, the PR has been created like for months, and we use about a month or so to review it. And then everything was good. I just told him not to publish it yet because we were not ready to at that time. And when it was time to publish it, now we're realizing that they still need to go under another review. So I think this is like up for discussion or something that we can check if the bulk creating of all this content if it's really like way to go, if it's worth it or not. Something for consideration. Okay. Uh, do you have anybody that wants to say anything on that?
Okay, so I will speak from the maintenance perspective. Usually reviews don't take longer than 2 weeks for a pull request. So for instance, like now, I know Sambavi take me to do the final review, and the only review that I added is to change the date because the date for the article is for last month, of which is way past, so the dates needs to be changed. So that's the only thing that I can mention. Like me and Anton, we are very proactive when it comes to reviewing pull requests, but sometimes I know implementing reviews take time, so that also takes time for us as maintainers to review. So that's the only thing that I can speak from the side of docs and blog maintenance. As for bulk review, I think all of the blogs were reviewed. I think there were some changes that were not implemented, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, that's the only thing that I can mention from the side of reviewing. I don't know, Anton, do you want to say anything from that perspective?
Well, I kind of agree with you, Tilly. So basically, no additions from.
All right, I can, is it just me? All right. It's cool. I'm not saying that not proactive or not. What I'm talking about is we cannot like immediately publish it. So it's gonna take another like 1 week to uh I was not even aware that there's another what he told me last week was, oh, he's going to wait for Tilly to give another review. So which I thought that all the reviews have been made, and yes, everything was implemented. I'm just seeing another comment from Maya, which I don't know was there before. Everything was implemented as at the time I told them to hold on, not to publish yet. So yeah, I mean that's something I can also consider to be checking and be checking again. All right. Moving on. The social media metrics is kind of like up. Is on the one I posted, not here. So if I can let me scroll up, back up. All right. So the last time I gave this was like August 8th. So I did another one from August 8th to today, September 9th. And yeah, we had a lot of decrease. We had a lot of dipping in all of our metrics. I would just equate that to the 2 weeks. I think there was no post for about a week or so. And then when I go back, when I was back, the post was not so much because we do not have a lot to put out actually before. And I started like putting a lot last week. And what I realized last week is throughout last week after the whole social media content that went out last week, we got about 16 new followers from last week. So and what that is also saying is that people want to see how active we are on the platforms, and they that also dependent on the kind of impression that we have on the platform, and also the level of followers. So and so I said we had a lot of decrease for the month of August because yes, there was not a lot of posts, and then it was like summer as well. So LinkedIn average impression per post is like 474, and it's like 15% decrease from last month. And the average clicks, I don't want to be calling all of the numbers, is here. You have viewed 23 posts, we made 23 posts, and that is like 32 decrease from again last month. So there was like a lot of decrease except for our followers that increased by 2%. The new follower decreased because we had more new followers last in month of July than August. So I think what I'm able to deduce from this is again, it was summer, there was not a lot of posts, and then we do not have like a particular event. Months where we attend events or when we are like posting back to back, we tend to get like a whole lot of new followers and a lot of activities on the platform. So it's same thing reflected on X, although X is a bit contradicting because there's a lot of automated posts going out. So most of the numbers there are probably not so accurate due to the automated posts. However, it's still like a little bit better. Especially the clicks, we had good clicks. And this also means that even the automated posts are also getting clicks. We had like 14 replies and total of 24 likes last month. And our followers decreased. Because we had just 7 new followers and it decreased by 53% on like month of July. So I think there's more. Some more. I am scroll a little bit. Okay, yeah, that's it. So that is majorly the social media posts, and these are gotten from Buffer. And yes, for the last 4 months, for the last 4 weeks rather, this is how our social media has been doing. Hopefully it gets better for the month of September. Do we have any question, any suggestion?
Yeah, I have
Whatsoever?
one question. So did I get it right when you were talking about that we had less posts? So when you look on stats for previous months, do you see a correlation that the more we post, the better numbers are, like more followers, etc.?
Yes, that's what I did.
Okay. Okay, so like my suggestion would be only to show it, like to make it like numbers is one thing, and then like a clear conclusion that you see, like a message from your side, like hey, my conclusion from this stats, looking on the previous stats, is that we need to post more. And then how we plan to solve it? Because like if posting more means more engagement and more followers, then we should post more. Then if what you say the issue is that especially during holidays, that there's not much to post about, maybe we should explore and two things, or maybe repeat some of the posts to get more posts, or like proactively ping. Actually, something that we already talked about when we were talking about conference, like proactively ping someone, like, "Hey, do you have anything interesting to share on social media?" Like, you already know people, like, "Hey, Pavel," or like, or Anton, do you have something that I could post about docs? Would you like? Is there some document, for example, you'd like to advertise on socials? Some document that you wrote, or some good piece you think we should share, and then you're gonna have more posts. Because if it's that simple that we just post more, then it's awesome. Of course, not enough to post more. Of course, it has to be the quality that
That's
you do,
substantial.
of course.
Mm.
But again, like I think there's a lot of even posting about some document or something. It's already something that could be interesting as a post, basically.
Yes. But when you say that show it, do you mean like on this agenda? Because it's supposed to come with the report. That would be cute to report though.
Yeah, like report is Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. So it's every 3 months. So of course it's aggregated where you don't only have LinkedIn, right? You have some much more numbers. But then if you already share this like monthly stats on this call, you can already like like do uh, I think it's called preview, basically a preview of your
Okay.
observations.
Okay.
Yeah.
Still on that, something else that I also realized, especially for LinkedIn, is that linking post with an external link that will take them out of the LinkedIn platform do not do as much as link without external post. I mean, post without external link. So one of the post I put out today, I put the link in the comment instead. So I just put like a direction that check the link in the comment. So I think moving forward, that is what I'm going to be doing for the next 1 month and see if it's going to be different to when we were putting the link. But yes, this is like a general ideology for LinkedIn. It's like a LinkedIn thing. It does not affect Twitter though. But for LinkedIn, when you put an external link that will take the audience out of the LinkedIn platform, does not get a lot of views or a lot of attraction. But then again, we're going to be testing that out and see how it goes. So I think that's all for my updates from marketing.
Cool. Nice. Good observation.
Thank you so much. All right, so parking lot items. I don't think we have any other items that we still have a couple of minutes that you think we need
What
to
does parking lot
discuss.
mean?
Items that are not on the agenda, but what do you call that? Another agenda, but like they are parking, they are pending issues,
Oh,
like pending. Yeah, I got it from
okay.
that course, from the next foundation that when you have items that don't fit the agenda, but that are sitting on the parking lot, like when you're parking a car. So those are the parking lot items.
Okay. Speaking of parking lot items, I shared something on the marketing channel about anyways, Maya is not here. It's for design actually, but if you all can also review it, I think Lucas and yourself, you have eyes for designs. Do you think I can post those sponsors design like that?
No, I'm totally
Um,
opposite. I'm totally opposite if it comes to designs. Like, don't ask me. Because yeah, I mean,
Okay.
yeah.
Maybe for people that are writing for designers.
No.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I don't have this skill, and
All right.
yeah.
Okay, then. We'll move it to Slack. All right. Thank you.
Okay, cool. All right, I know it's not part of the agenda. I was planning to actually post it on water cooler actually. So I know like with the recent threats that have been happening in the open source community, it was something that I've been thinking since last week. Like we've been getting like contributions from contributors who have like very brand new GitHub profiles, like totally brand new. So, like with the recent things that have been happening, like on the ecosystem, um, how do we take those kind of contributions? Because I've been ignoring them, but I'm seeing like on different repos, they keep on popping up. Is it something to safely to say that we have accept those kind of contributions from those kind of contributors who don't have any GitHub history? Do we flag them as spam? Do we flag them like on security reasons? I don't know. It was something that I've been observing.
Do you have some examples?
Oh, yeah. But I don't want to pull people's profiles on the community call. So, yeah,
But
there is
but
an
but
issue. Like, okay,
but
sorry.
the contributions are like also low quality and shady, or is there a
I think it
correlation,
also,
or
I think it also goes with what Anton has posted on the post. Like, yes, we put out issues, right? Then we have these kind of contributors. We don't know them. They have these new profiles and they just say, we want to contribute because that's where a bunch of them come from. Then some automatically go and open pull requests. I think some Anton closed when I was away. And of which I've also recently seen like some of these contributions come like especially recently. It's something that I've been noting like it's a pattern that these new contributors, they don't have any GitHub history. I don't know. Is it me or I'm being paranoid or I don't know. Do we accept those kind of or do we respond to those kind of contributors? I don't know. So that's what I wanted to ask like generally like to maintainers and everybody in the core. I wanted to put it on water cooler channel, but I said, since we have time, let's discuss it on the community working group call.
Um,
Bami?
okay. Oh, okay. So I just wanted to say I think the major thing is if the contribution makes sense. I don't think it matters if their profile is brand new or they don't have history. I There was also a time where I did not have GitHub history when I just joined GitHub and I wanted to contribute. So probably will not judge them with that. Majorly, it will be that if whatever they want to contribute to or the contributions they want to make, if it makes sense and if it align with I think API, like the entire project. So if it doesn't, then we can now like flag it or close it or do whatever. But if it makes sense with the AsyncAPI project, why not? I don't know. Yeah.
I agree. It's like it's hard. Like, unfortunately, it's not that easy and black and white that like to approach it. You have to approach it case by case. And but basically, not be afraid of closing the pull request if it's a bad quality and you can see that somebody didn't even read the description, or the pull request goes off the scope, or it's basically bad quality. Um, I like what I've learned from a friend of mine from Apache Airflow project. So
Mm-hmm.
what they do is basically they have templates. That's actually something I discussed with Adi from Generator recently about the same exactly. To have templates where you don't have to think about what to reply and how to reply in the right way. Basically, just create a template like how to reply to someone that the pull request is of wrong quality. And you can even transparently, like publicly keep this template. It's even better because people can learn from these templates that they will be treated like we're gonna close your pull request. And you just go to whatever document you have in website development or whatever, or response templates, and you just copy the nice message, like not angry message, but basically nice message. Hey, please first familiarize with contribution guide. You really have to stick to the scope. You should not open pull request and reply whenever somebody opens pull request and there's no issue. And again, like nice response. That and then it's even better, I think, more transparent. These templates then can be shared with all the triagers as well. So triagers can actually do this initial review. That's what actually should happen also. Like that's the triagers' job to do the first review. So yeah, I would advise this, like treat it case by case.
Okay.
And but yeah, to make life easier, just have some cheat sheet of responses, and that's it. And then you
Okay.
can share them with me because I don't have them yet.
I mean, I can copy the ones that Anton has been doing with the past few weeks. So, all right. Okay. Thank you. All right. Anton has a question. Do we have any suggestions on how to make people read docs first before making their first contributions? Well, yeah. For me, if you know me, I enforce the rules. So definitely is to first if there's a pull request that's been open, I know I get them a lot, like especially if they are from somebody new and they haven't read like the technical writing guide and the contribution guide. The only way is to maybe the what Lucas just said, like a template, just copy and paste, hey, first go through these docs because yeah, we're taking time to really write all these documentations and contribution guides that need to be followed. So we have to like make sure that we have a template, like Lucas said, like maybe we just copy and paste. I think also what I will do is also update the grid board on Slack to update with the new contribution guidelines that we have that are published on the website. I think that will also help on that aspect. But yeah, I'm not an expert in these things. Lucas?
Um, that's what what you said. I totally agree, and I just suggest be fully honest. It's not that you're lazy and you don't want to review the pull request. It's what you said exactly. Like you spend a lot of time, days, hours on writing these docs to make it easier for people to contribute. So just explain it in the response, like, hey, I noticed that your pull request has a lot of text which is not aligned with our docs. Please take time to go through the docs. We spent a lot of hours to make it easier for you to contribute. So please respect the time we spend on the project. Uh, Create a new pull request, but first on board on the documents, and we'll be happy to review your pull request once you do it. And that's again, like, be fully transparent. And I think that's the best.
All right. Thank you so much. I don't know. We have 2 minutes remaining. Is there anything else before we wrap up? I don't think so. All right. Just a summary. Conferences, we have free tickets to London. Please make sure you go to the conference.asyncapi.com website and you can get your free tickets. Updates for Bangalore. Please be patient. By next week, I will have like a concrete update as well. Online conference deadline has been extended until the 28th, so be sure to send those proposals. And for the speakers who have already submitted, expect an email by next week with the guidelines on what to do, how to record, and methods of also sharing those recordings as well. From community side of things, we'll be introducing docs calls, which will start as a monthly calls. So make sure you head over to the docs channel on AsyncAPI Slack and select a time that you think we will be able to attend the meetings and come contribute. There's so much that we need to work on. For instance, the templates. Maybe also improve how people are viewing these contributor guides, of which we took a lot of time writing. So please come, help us contribute, and let's grow the docs ecosystem as well. Bounty program, I think API maintainers, don't miss the deadline for Q4. Make sure you submit those issues on the 14th of September. And also, our first webinar is happening at the end on the 30th of September. So be sure to also tune in, share, repost the post as well, and get ready to come and learn. I think Lucas is speaking about generator, of which I'm 100% I'm suspecting. So yeah, be sure to also come and learn more about the generator. All right, and the next meeting will be on the 23rd of September, 3 p.m. UTC, same time, same place. And yeah, share your agenda items that you'd like us to discuss before the call. And with that being said, thank you so much to Anton, Bami, Lucas for joining me today and contributing to the agenda. Yeah, let's call it a day. Bye, everybody.